on and that sort of thing, and the crowd, really appreciated it.
Yeah, good presentation, the West Gippsland Football League. They impressed me. It's the first year I've spent the full finals with them. More than impressed with their presentation, very professional. I think it's going to get them a long way.
Yes, I agree with that. So, the ball's put down, and Giles got the knockdown and went straight to Thompson, and he put it straight up to centre half forward where Rod Batten took the mark. Bat down to Brendan Dwyer at full forward. Dwyer taking the mark right in the goal square. A great mark by Dwyer. Two Nar Nar Goon players collided trying to put him off his judgment, and they collided with each other. But Dwyer, a great judge of the ball, and he stood his ground and took the mark, and he would be right on the 10-yard square. A very, very accurate kick for goal also. Dwyer comes in now to his shot. Drop punt straight through the middle. Straight through the middle by Dwyer, and that puts Koo Wee Rup now move on to 3-5 to Nar Nar Goon, 1-2.
Use the centre of this ground straight down. If you've got your talent there, you may as well use it. There's the centre bounce. The big bloke goes up, but it's Giles who stands his ground and gets the knockout straight down towards Nar Nar Goon's full forward, though, in Collins. He's not there. He misses the run of the ball. White goes in. He can't pick it up. It could be an easy one for Nar Nar Goon. White goes in again. He's grabbed when not in possession. And umpire O'Donnell says, what are we going to do? He's going to pay it against White. I thought he's a little bit tough there. He said he had plenty of time to scoop it out and he made no effort. I felt White was trying, but that's not the way umpire O'Donnell sees it. And the free kick will go to Collins, the full forward of Nar Nar Goon. He's taking plenty of time, Collins. He hurries for nobody, and they've evidently been instructed to take their time, get well settled in this game. He's on a slight angle, straight down the barrel of the camera. It'll be your decision to watch. It's floating back. By golly, it'll almost come back. No, it curls around the post, and it's 1 point only. The Roger Manson Holden scoreboard. Koo Wee Rup, 3-5-23. Nar Nar Goon, 1-3-9. And Nar Nar Goon will have the advantage of the breeze in the last quarter. There's the kick in now from Paul Neal. He puts it out onto the half-back flank far side of the ground. It's straight away bumped back into play by the Nar Nar Goon player. He gets it over to Byrne. Byrne tries to get it to his teammate. Players going in hard there was big Gary O'Hare bustling his way through the pack, spread-eagling a few, but only to find the ball beat him over the line and out for a throw-in, 30 yards short of the Nar Nar Goon goal. The throw-in. The big boy goes up, gets the knock this time. Was it O'Hare? As it comes straight down, it's not a bad kick. It's a goal out of the pack there. A brilliant bit of football. We'll wait and see who picked that one up. I missed it. I looked away for a couple of moments, and the next thing it came out of the pack, and it was straight through for a goal to Koo Wee Rup, to Nar Nar Goon, and we'll just wait for Bobby Rose to perhaps give us the clue on who got that one. I think Bob was like me. He was looking at another section of play there, and it was just a complete snap out of the pack. Good football, Nar Nar Goon, as they move on to the Roger Manson scoreboard. 2-3-15, Nar Nar Goon. Koo Wee Rup, 3-5-23. The ball back in the centre, bounce straight away. It's the little fella there in Byrne. Goes in after it. He can't pick it up. Picked up by his teammate. Out of the pack he comes, Noonan. Noonan goes for the big one. Straight down towards centre half forward. A bit of pushing and shoving going on there. Good play there by Nar Nar Goon. Fleming tried to let his teammate Collins in. Players going in hard. Picked up there by Hobson Akui. He bumps it out to his teammate in Stevens. Stevens is caught. Play on calls the umpire as it's Nar Nar Goon through Byrne. He drives it right down towards full forward. Great football by Nar Nar Goon. They shepherded well there, and they've got that ball straight through the middle. That was really great football. A goal to Byrne, another goal to Nar Nar Goon, 2 goals in a matter of moments, and they're right back in the action. Good football, and Byrne decided to go for the big sticks. His teammate down in the square decided to do some heavy shepherding and take the punt of a free kick, and he got away with it and gave that goal to Byrne. That's Byrne's first goal. Collins has got one and we've missed one, and Nar Nar Goon go on to 3-3-21. Koo Wee Rup 3-5-23. The ball back into action again, straight down towards Nar Nar Goon. They go into attack. Collins is there. He can't pick it up. It's smothered through. It looks like it's the Koo Wee Rup boy in Donnelly pushing the ball through, and Donnelly has pushed it through for 1 point to Nar Nar Goon. They go on to 3-5. I think scores are level there at the moment. 3-5. Or 3-4. 3-4-22 to 3-5-23 as we see the ball back at centre half forward. Kicked off the ground. Umpire O'Donnell says it was safe enough to kick it there. Off the hands of the other player. It comes in, picked up there by Bat. Bat goes for a quick hand pass. He shoots it out to his teammate. This is good football as Koo Wee Rup break away. They shoot the ball down towards half forward flank. Knocked over there to their player in Dwyer. Dwyer can't pick it up. The big fellow, his brother Dwyer, goes in after it, the full forward. He can't do much but tap it out into the open. There's a player caught, held held on the shoulder. No free kick given. Green still fights on after it. He can't get to it though, and in front of him there was Mark Dorr, and Dorr pushes it over the line and out for a throw-in. Almost on the centre wing, half-forward flank you'd call it. Umpire Potter brings it back into play. It's a big throw in too. Up they go from behind there. It could have been Bat who got his hand of that one. Down goes Bat. He must have copped one in the tummy. It's a high kick down onto the centre wing.
His leg, Tony.
His leg, is it? He's holding his leg too. Yes, he is. I thought he might have copped one in the pack there, but it looks like a leg, and it doesn't look real good. Bat down. Without their coach in Mackenzie, that could be vital for them. Play on calls the umpires. We see a hand pass coming away there from Hume. Hume gets the ball going for his team, Nar Nar Goon. He gets it down to Collins. Collins is there. Goes for a quick hand pass to Greg Cunningham. Cunningham tries to get it back to Collins, but it's all Koo Wee Rup as they come out from the back line. It's Dennis with strong defence. Drives the ball down on the centre wing. A free kick would have to be paid, and the free kick will go to Koo Wee Rup Sanzaro over the shoulder on the centre wing, far side of the ground. Sanzaro, a spiral punt, puts it right down into the torpedo, they call them nowadays, I think, don't they? Right down into the forward pocket, but it's punched out by Nar Nar Goon. Over there to North. North goes for a hand pass, a player being smothered there. Could almost be a free kick to Webster. Not paid. Play on calls the umpire. A player held by the leg there, but there's still no free kick. He's not going to give kicks easy as Jenner drives the ball down. He puts it onto the centre wing, far side of the ground. There's a bit of a tickle up behind the play. That's the first bit of tough stuff I've seen today, as Thompson and one of the Nar Nar Goon boys won't have a go, as Kennelly goes on with the football. He doesn't want to argue about it. He looks for Cunningham, and good football, Kennelly, a real football brain, as he shoots at the Cunningham, and Cunningham has taken it 40 yards out directly in front of goal. 3-4-22 Nar Nar Goon. Koo Wee Rup 3-5-23.
As we wait now for Greg Cunningham to go back and line the ball up. He would be 25 yards out directly in front. Usually a reliable kick for the goal too. Cunningham comes in, puts the ball on his boot, and he's put it through for 1 point. It appears that Bat's okay. He's limping back to the centre half forward position, but he's a tough customer, and it'll take a lot more than a bit of a knock on the ankle to put him off. Paul Neal short pass across to White in the back pocket. White down onto the wing position, where we have Kennelly and Dwyer. Dwyer, great attempt to mark. Stevens takes the ball. He handballs along to Nunn. Nunn takes a bounce. He's running around the wing. Handballs over the head to Bat. Bat's limping badly. Bat, probably not a good move to leave him on there, Tony. Bat now grabs the ball, runs forward to the pocket, but it goes over the line and out of bounds. Over the lines and out of bounds onto the Koo Wee Rup forward line.
He's in a bit of trouble, Bat, I'd say. That leg, he tried to get a kick or two in there and smothered himself and copped another bump on the leg, and I'd say he'd felt that a fair bit. Holding his leg at the moment, quite concerned about it. They'd probably be far better to bring him off for 5 minutes and try and freshen him up with a bit of ice or something, but it doesn't look like they're going to do that. They're going to leave him out there for a while. It might be all psychological. There's the ball thrown in. It's a good throw in too by umpire Potter, very high. Punched off the ground by Dwyer, the full forward. He can't get rid of it. It finishes up in the arms of the Nar Nar Goon player. And umpire O'Donnell says, give it to me, I'll bounce it. 25, it would be 20 yards out on a slight angle. The bounce is a good one too, a perfect bounce. Up they go. The big fella Jenner gets the knock. He punches. He's getting the better of Giles today. He punches it down. It's a play on calls the umpires. It comes out to the centre wing. The big boy there, Giles, is looking for it. He gets it over to his teammate in Nunn. Nunn with a nice kick puts it right up towards full forward. Nobody at home. The little fella's there. It's a good hand pass by Ingram. He goes over to Shane Dwyer. He was a sitter for a goal, but he slipped. Down goes a few players in the pack. There's a player, Helwyn, not in possession of the ball. Green should have received a free kick there. Thompson goes in after it. He slips. Down he goes. Over goes a couple of players. This time it was Dwyer. Brushed out of the road. Good, tough football. There's a kick off the ground. Could have been kicking in danger. Not paid. Little bit of a tangle behind play, but they're still going on with it as we see the ball back down towards full forward for Nar Nar Goon. Kicked off the ground. It's real pressure football as Sanzaro sinks the slipper into it. He drives it nearer the boundary, looking for out, and that's where he wanted it, and he's got it over the line and out for a throw-in about 10-15 yards around from the Nar Nar Goon goal. That was tough football, Mick. Real tough, genuine football.
And well umpired by umpire O'Donnell there. There could have been, any one of those Tiggy Touchwood free kicks could have been paid and it would have stopped the game. But the game was played, tough and fast, and the way grand final should be played. And he let it go, and he was right there. If there had been any real nasty stuff, he was right on the line, and he would have pulled it right up.
No beating around the bush with this bloke. If you want it, you've got to earn it. As we see him call play on again, and Nar Nar Goon drive it out. The strong play by the Goon. They come straight across the goal. Cullinan almost marks. He's dropped it. Not paid. Picked up this time by the little fella in Dwyer. Dwyer breaks away. He looks good. He's put it through. Another major to Koo Wee Rup. And Dwyer has notched his first goal. His brother's got 2. Greg Dwyer 1, Green 1, and they go on to 4 goals 5, Koo Wee Rup. 4-5, Nar Nar Goon on the Roger Manson Holden scoreboard. 3-5, 1 goal the difference, and we've been playing just on 10 minutes into the second quarter. One down here today, taking out the markers at half-time. You'll get a chance to have a look at that on colour, and certainly an impressive vehicle with the big 345 V8 motor. There's play straight away, swung down towards the towards Jenner at centre half forward, and it looks like umpire O'Donnell is going to pay the mark. He has, and the big fella Jenner has marked. He's been playing good football, Mick, winning in the ruck.
Be one of the few times that young White has been marked over, when Jenner was able to take the run on him and come from behind and took the mark, and he's put it right through the middle.
It's a beauty, yes, straight through the middle.
We've got a game on our hands here, mate.
I think it's a real good one, this one, as Jenner has goal for Nar Nar Goon. They go on to 4 goals 5, scores level, 4-5 apiece, 29 on the Roger Manson scoreboard. And as we said, they've been playing just on 12 minutes into the second quarter.
Right now we wait for umpire O'Donnell to put the ball down in the centre. He waits for his boundary umpires to take up their position. Giles and big Fleming in the ruck. Fleming just jostling, and he gets the knock down. It goes straight down to Stevens. Stevens is caught around the neck. He took a tough one there, and the players jostle themselves, but Stevens goes back, rushes his hair back and says, oh, it's my kick, and I'll put it right down onto the forward line. Stevens now, he transports the ball right out onto the half-forward flank on the outer side, whereas the big men fly, and Dwyer from behind takes a spectacular grab. Just unfortunate he didn't bring it down. Martin North comes out and clears the ball back onto the Nar Nar Goon forward line, where Jenner takes another one of those spectacular marks over our boy Tony and young White. Jenner now, he might be starting to exert a bit of influence on the game. He transports the ball now onto the centre forward position, where it seems to be all Koo Wee Rup, but he muffs a mark where Collins roves the pack beautifully, puts the ball onto his boot, and he has a pot shot for goal, but it goes through for 1 point. That was a dangerous mistake by the Koo Wee Rup side there, and letting Collins loose to rove that ball. Noonan let him loose, and Collins is a dangerous man to let that sort of thing happen to. Neil puts the ball back into play, out onto the outer side half-back flank. Giles in front, puts the ball down in front. There's a race on here between young Sydney, but the ball goes over the line and out of bounds. No, not quite. Green now puts it over the line. We're waiting now for boundary umpire Fogarty to put the ball back in. Giles and Fleming in the ruck. Scrambling session of play here. The ball's pushed out to Kennelly. He puts the ball over to the centre half forward position. White spills a mark. Jenner picks the ball up, has a pot shot for goal and puts it right through the middle. Well, there we have Jenner. As we said there a few minutes ago, might be starting to exert a bit of influence on the game. He was the first to recover from that contest with young White. He bounced on the ball, picked it up, put it onto his left foot, and for a big man, he done it well, onto his left foot, straight through the middle.
Hello, they've made a change. They're pulling him off.
They read our minds well, Tony.
Yeah, they're taking White off. I don't think I'd have taken the kid off. I think that breaks the kid up a bit if you pull him off like that. I'd have told him to go back and beat him, I think, for a couple of minutes. Yeah,
well, Shane O'Hare might be going on there with a little bit of a job to do too, you know. He's got a bit of a reputation for being a little bit of a tough man, and he might be going out there to sort of...
just close guard him.
Just to watch him and put him out of the game, if it's at all possible to put a player of Jenner's calibre out of the game.
Well, that's probably the sort of player you need in O'Hare that can play close and play it hard, and he might psychologically... get him out of the game, and he's taken control at the moment. Jenner, he's kicked 2. He looks like a ruckman. He is a ruckman, and he also looks like a rover because he's scouting packs as well as rucking and playing great football. Jenner, the big fella, as we see a real spectacle of sport here. Kennelly now the ball brings it from centre straight down towards the half-forward flank. Coming out there is Hume, and Hume has taken the mark. His full forward Collins is out with him, so he's got nobody to kick it to. He looks for the little fella in Cunningham. Jenner's in there. Oh, this time O'Hare gets in front of him. He knows how to play him, and O'Hare gets in front of the big fella Jenner. They get the ball going, Koo Wee Rup. They get it out onto the half-back flank. It's straight down onto the centre wing. Cullinan's in there. Not enough talking between the two players there as the ball goes over the line and out for a throw-in on the centre wing, grandstand side of the ground. A little bit of a misunderstanding there between Mark Dorr and Cullinan, but that's the way the cookie crumbles. The ball back into play. Umpire Potter, a good throw in too. It goes to the big fella there in Giles. He tries to get it down to his teammate. Down it goes. Oh, good mark too, taken by Scanlon. He bounced along on his backside to get it the second bite, but he's got it, and that's what counts. He goes for the kick. Goes across towards the centre of the ground. Scanlon looks for his teammate Cullinan. He's taken a mark, knocked out of his hand. No 15-yard paid. I don't think it was worth a penalty. Umpire O'Donnell not mad with power on the 15-yard penalty. I don't think he needs to use it. He's got full control as you see the ball go down towards centre half forward, thrown out of the pack there. I felt he threw it. Byrne, yes, umpire O'Donnell was right onto that one, and Byrne has thrown it out, and a free kick will go to Dennis. Dennis of Koo Wee Rup elects to go the far side. Oh, beautiful mark. A great ride there by young Dwyer. Got right up on the back of his opponent and took a spectacular mark. Probably the mark of the day, that one, on the centre wing, far side of the ground. He elects to play straight on. Looks for Thompson. Thompson's got it. He plays on now with a nice low punt. Straight up towards full forward. Dwyer's there. Had a chance. Was lost though. It goes down to the ground. Webster's in there. He tries to pick it up and go for the handball. He can't. Players smother over it. And yes, he's given a free kick against the Nar Nar Goon boy there, Mick. I think he might have been shamming a bit.
He was right on the spot there, Tony, to give that decision, and he had no hesitation in giving the decision to bat.
Right, well, there's the kick down towards full forward. Dwyer smothered out of the play. Nar Nar Goon strong in defence, coming through hard. That was Johnny Dorr. He plays it pretty hard, this boy. He's got it up towards the centre wing. Cunningham's got it. Cunningham gets a little bit of a tickle under the ear, but it's play on, calls the umpire. It's all Koo Wee Rup, though, as they come out in style from centre half back, looking for their teammate in Green. Green dummies around one player, holds the ball in. Good play, Green. Goes for a hand pass. Good heady football, Green, as he gets it over to O'Hare. O'Hare drives the ball down onto the half forward flank. It's good football from Cooey. It goes to Nunn. Nunn tries to punch it into play. He does, but it's he's got it too over to his teammate in Sanzaro. Sanzaro with brilliant football shoots it up onto the full forward mark, and he finds waiting up there Stevens, the little fella at centre half forward. Perhaps you would say halfway between centre half forward and full forward. Stevens comes in. Ooh, he doesn't muck around, this boy. He decided to have a quick kick. He's done it though. It looked to swing away, Mick, but he's got it, and it's straight through the middle. A goal to Stevens, and that takes Koo Wee Rup back in front. Yes, Koo Wee Rup in front.
Well, it's certainly that Alan Stevens didn't do the thing that all the other blokes have been doing, that have been having a shot for goal directly in front, going back and lining the ball up. He just went back, bang, straight onto the boot and straight through the middle. Quick as a flash. Right now, back in the middle with umpire Donnelly to put the ball down. We have Giles and Fleming in the ruck. Giles takes the front position at this particular stage. He wins the ball. Goes down to Dwyer. Dwyer puts the ball onto the boot and goes out to Thompson. Thompson in front. Takes a great mark. Possibly a little bit of a push in the back. Thompson seems to be getting on top out on that flank at this particular stage. He puts the ball across to... great lead from Dwyer. Brendan Dwyer, and a great pass from Thompson. You could see that from a mile away where Dwyer started to run, and Tomo put the ball onto his boot and he put it right onto his chest. Now we have Brendan Dwyer about 55 yards out, directly in front, and a good kick of the football. Dwyer now comes in. Noonan on the mark. He puts the ball up in the air. The big men are there. Bat puts his fist in and puts it down onto the ground when it goes over the line and out of bounds. Over the line and out of bounds, right into the forward pocket of the Koo Wee Rup side for the... Now umpire Fogarty puts the ball back into play. Dwyer and Noonan go for the ball. It's knocked over the back. Here we have a spot shot from Jackie Ingram of the Koo Wee Rup side. Goes into the forward pocket. Great defence by the Nar Nar Goon side, and they come out. Bernie Scanlon does a Johnny Bethwood kick and puts it over the line. No, not quite over the line. Cullen picks the ball up, comes down to Greg Cunningham. Greg Cunningham couldn't control the ball, and now he has. He's picked the ball up. He goes for a run, puts the ball down towards Jenner, but Shane O'Hare in front of Jenner. This is what we said there before. He was put on the ground with a job to do, and he might be nullifying Jenner's effectiveness.
I think it's working too, Mick. He's even though White's a good footballer, and they were wiser than I when they took him off. I felt I would have perhaps shifted him and put him on the other flank, but they've taken him off, put O'Hare on, and they've psyched O'Hare up, and they're probably trying to psych the young fellow up in the coach's box down in front of us. That's young White. However, the game goes on regardless of who's out there. 1 point the difference in favour of Nar Nar Goon on the Roger Manson Holden scoreboard. As we see the big fella Jenner, he shoots the ball up towards centre half forward. Nobody home. Jackie Ingram's there, and Ingram says, "Leave it to me, fellas. I'll take it." He elects to play on. Goes to the far side of the ground, looking for his teammate there in Dwyer. Dwyer gets the ball, a high punt kick right over onto the centre wing. He's looking for Thompson, but the ball beats them all over the line and out for a throw in, and it's out on the full too, I think. And the free kick will be taken by Noonan. Umpire getting the ball back to that player on the centre wing. That was Noonan. He's got the ball now, moves it right down towards centre half forward, and coming out there was Peter Allen, I think. Yes, it was Allen. Thanks, Bob. And Peter Allen has taken a good mark too, about 55 yards out on a slight angle. Kicking into a touchy breeze, fairly curly when it gets up there, the ball. as he comes in. It's a good kick, looks good. Goal umpire doesn't move, it'll be short. Punch there though, a good safe punch by Paul Neal, and it goes through for another point to Nar Nar Goon, and they go on to 5 goals, 7-37. Koo Wee Rup 5-5-35, 2 points the difference, and we've been playing just on 20 minutes into the second quarter. There's the ball now on the far side of the ground. Pushing and shoving going on over there. Nobody can handle it, and eventually it's over the line and out, and umpire Fogarty will bring it back into play. Fogarty with the ball. It's a big throw, and it's a good one too. Throws it high. Up they go. Dwyer's there. He tries to get the knock. Into the scrim it goes. Nobody can pick it up. Eventually it's flicked out there by a Nar Nar Goon player. He tried to get it out to his teammate. Players going in hard. Hobson was there. He couldn't get the flight of the ball. Another trip on the far side. Umpire O'Donnell's seen it, but he's not paying it. And he's indicated that the boundary can throw it in 40 yards around from the Nar Nar Goon goal. There's the throw in, a good high one too. Up they go. The big fella Giles gets the knock, taps it down. Hard, tough football at the moment, but clean football with it as we see the ball come down towards the Nar Nar Goon goal. Good football by Nar Nar Goon. A quick hand pass. It comes out to Popovich. Popovich gets it over to the big fella. He's running right. Unlucky though. Jenner kicks into the man on the mark. Players going in hard. It could be a free kick to Dennis there. He was held over the shoulders, I thought, but no, umpire O'Donnell says not to be, and it'll be a ball up about 40 yards out from goal. It looked like it was over the shoulders, but he's not going to pay it. Jenner gets the knock, gets it down to the ground, picked up by Cooey, driven out into the open, only to find waiting there, a very short 10 yards, was Webster, and Webster has taken the mark. Webster, I don't think, was picked in the side, was he, Mick?
Yes,
he was.
He was the one change that they made, Tony. They brought in Jeff Webster, and they put out Terry Kennelly.
It's just that he missed it in the program listing, and I couldn't find him there. There's his kick now, Webster. It's a good one. Looks good. Close. No, offline, and through for 1 point. And Koo Wee Rup sneak further ahead on points. They go to 5 goals, 8-38 on the Roger Manson Holden scoreboard. Koo Wee Rup 5-5-35, 3 points the difference, and we've been playing just on 22 minutes into the final quarter.
22 minutes into the final quarter, and the fullback Neil has put the ball over into the half-back flank on the outer side for the Koo Wee Rup side. Umpire O'Donnell says, I'll have the ball, and he puts the ball down onto the half-forward flank. Giles and Fleming are there. Giles gets the ruck. He puts it straight down. Take that quick.
The ball on the half-forward flank on the far side of the ground. Fogarty it is, has got the ball. Umpire Fogarty brings it back into play. Picked up by O'Hare. O'Hare goes round the pack. It's a left-foot punt kick. It's only a short one. Gets it to his teammate. He's felled. It could have been a free, perhaps. There was a little bit of a nudge in the back, but play on call the umpire as Hobson went down. Picked up by his teammate in Thompson. Thompson plays straight on for Cooey. Gets it over onto the centre wing. Far side of the ground. Looks for his teammate in Dwyer. He can't find him. It comes down to Jackie Ingram. Ingram gets the ball. Quick to think. Ingram gets it over to another teammate. He's bumped pretty hard as he gets rid of it, but a good clean bump in that. Right down to their full forward line. Picked up by Sanzaro. Sanzaro races goalward, looks good, and has put his boot into it and put it straight through the middle for a major to Koo Wee Rup. A good game and a good passage of play there from Koo Wee Rup. Great football from both sides. Pretty to watch and worth driving a long way to see clean, hard football like we're seeing here today in the 1980 West Gippsland Grand Final.
Alton Jenner in ruck. Giles seems to be able to have that knack of getting the forward position, but in this particular stage, Jenner takes the ball and knocks it to forward. Comes back over here now to Dorr. Dorr, great defensive play, and he handballs it long over towards Nunn. Nunn knocks the ball down. He is the receiver of another handball from Dwyer. Great play, Koo Wee Rup, and he puts it over towards Thompson. Thompson takes a great, spectacular mark. Good mark, and it's applauded by the large crowd here. Very quickly plays the ball on up there towards Dwyer. Dwyer running back into the square and sets himself. The ball comes off his hands and goes through for a point. That was a good passage of play and a little bit of bad luck there for Dwyer.
Very determined to take the ball straight down too, Mick, which I think is good football when your confidence is up, is get the ball straight down the centre of the ground, and they're proving that if you do this, Koo Wee Rup, that you can be successful. That's
right. Now, Noonan puts the ball down. Great kick. It almost lands in the centre. Greggy Cunningham can't control the ball, and the ball goes along the ground. Here we have an hour race on here and two Koo Wee Rup players collide. But here we have Dennis. He transports the ball over towards the outer wing, where we have Jackie Ingram picking the ball up. Great turn, Jackie Ingram over to bat. Hobson up towards the centre half forward position. Great play up there. And the ball goes now to Nunn on the wing position.
Nunn with the ball now at centre half forward, perhaps more onto the wing. elects to go back and take the big one. It's a good kick too, I think. Yes, he's got distance out of it. It was a bit wobbly, but good enough. Looks for Dwyer. Dwyer can't handle it. Behind the pack is his little brother, I think, in Greg Dwyer. He goes in after the ball, gets it onto his left foot, looks for his teammate. Punched away, though, by Webster. Quick thinking. Comes straight down to Dwyer again. He can't pick it up. In goes Green. Green tries to get it. He's holding a player there, looking for the kick. No. Umpire says, I'll take it, and bounce it 45 yards out on a slight angle from the Koo Wee Rup goal. A good bounce too by O'Donnell, in complete control of the game. The big fella goes up once again. Jenner getting full control of this game in the ruck. He's winning hands down. Almost could win as a rover too, I think, the way he's playing. A good punch though by Stevens of Koo Wee. Puts it over his head. But coming out strong in defence is Noonan. Noonan drives the ball with a left foot kick right onto the wing on the far side of the ground, only to find in the way Thompson of Koo Wee, and Thompson takes the mark. He elects to play straight on. Puts his player under the real pressure there as he goes for the short pass. Not good enough, I didn't feel, on that occasion. He should have gone the big kick right home. But however, it's happened, and that's football. As we see the ball scrimmage now out of a pack over towards the centre of the ground. Good football by Nar Nar Goon. Quick hand passing. It finishes up with Cullinan. Cullinan tries to get a kick when perhaps a hand pass would have done, but it doesn't come off. Eventually they get out of it with great hand pass. Cunningham drives to the little one, kicks into the man on the mark, holds O'Hare. No free kick paid. Play on calls the umpire. It's on the ground now, picked up by O'Hare. He comes through hard. Bull O'Hare gets it to his brother, and his brother very smartly gets rid of it, Shane, as he drives the ball down towards centre half forward. It's a scrimmage of play there, starting to get a little bit untidy at the moment, as we see umpire O'Donnell in the scene, blows the whistle and finds a free kick, and the free kick will go to, it looks like it'll go to Scanlon of Nar Nar Goon. Scanlon with the ball. Comes in now, goes the big punt kick, puts it right down towards the centre wing. Oh, no talking there at all when one Koo Wee Rup player almost knocked his teammate out. That was Hobson and Nunn who clashed there, but only to find Shane Dwyer, who has come on as a reserve playing brilliant football. He gets it up onto the centre wing, looking for his teammate there. He's found him too in heady football from Hobson as he twists and turns. He gets out of the main danger, gets a little short pass, only to find Kennelly in the way. Kennelly, quick and heady, drives the ball straight down to Collins. Collins shams for the kick, doesn't get it. He's all over his teammate, his opposition player in Neil. No free kick given. Play on calls the umpire. Cunningham tries to kick it into the man on the mark, and O'Hare didn't blink an inch there. He just went in hard and smothered it up. It's good football, but it's scrimmaging at the moment as we see players going in fearlessly trying to tear the ball out of the pack. Nobody can get it, and umpire O'Donnell says give it to me, and I'll bounce it about 3 yards in from the boundary. Gosh, it's real tough football, a little bit scruffy at the moment, but it's still pressure football. There's a free kick, without any doubt, I think. The big fella Giles, he was manhandled a bit there, I think, by Fleming, and Giles will take the kick for Koo Wee on the halfback flank. Looks for the short one. Will it come off? It will. He finds Thompson, and the ever-reliable Tomo takes the mark. He goes for another short one. He looks for Green. Green's got the ball, goes for the big punt kick, shoots it straight up onto the half-forward flank. Looking for his teammate there in Bat. Bat's leg, I don't think, is real good. It goes down to the ground, picked up by Stevens. Stevens heads goalward. Looks good. Beautiful kick. All the way. A great goal, Stevens. He's put it right through the middle, and that's certainly a real winner, that one, to Stevens. His second goal for Koo Wee Rup, and they now go on to 7-6 on the Roger Manson scoreboard, and that used to saying the Ancatel Motor scoreboard many years ago.
Shot. Umpire O'Donnell puts the ball down now. Giles and Jenner having their ruck position. Scrimmage of play. We have Byrne there diving on the ball. He dives on it, handballs it out to Jenner. Jenner jumps on the ball, unable to get the ball out. Umpire O'Donnell blows his whistle and says, it's my ball, fellas, and we'll have a ball up. Crowded position of play here. Crowded position. Umpire O'Donnell puts the ball down. Goes over to Peter Allen. Peter Allen couldn't control it. Goes out to Phil Thompson. Thompson over to Green. Green leading in the race of the ball. Over Noonan, and he gets the ball around towards Scanlon. Scanlon now directs play over to the centre half back position, where a great mark taken by none of the Koo Wee Rup side. None seems to be a bit of a racehorse, this fellow. Once he gets his tail up, there's no stopping him. He puts a long kick in towards the forward position, and leading in the race for the ball is Dwyer. It's knocked away by Noonan. Noonan, the ball goes over his hands and over the line and out of bounds. Over the lines and out of bounds in the forward pocket for the Koo Wee Rup side. Umpire Fogarty throws the ball in. Good throw too. Jenner and Bat go for the ball. Jenner's the only one that has a fly. He puts the ball straight down in front of him. Nar Nar Goon come out with the ball. Bat leading in the race. And there we have the whistle blows. The siren goes to end the second quarter. At this stage, Koo Wee Rup lead 7-6-48 to Nar Nar Goon 5-8-38. Koo Wee Rup 7-6-48, Nar Nar Goon 5-8-38.